Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Finally got my Gear VR in the mail and I wanted to share with you this unboxing. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now immediately once you open up the box you have your gear, so we'll put this on to the side, and you have this little box of goodies. Let's see what this includes. Probably has the straps, I'm sure. Here you have a user manual. You have the remote, which is pretty cool looking. You have the straps that go on it, and we'll install those in a couple seconds. Looks like a lanyard right there. Some more strap stuff. And here are some adapters that we'll look at. There's USB-C, and there's one right here that I don't recognize. So we'll see what that is a little bit later. And it looks like, oh, one more thing in here. Batteries. Wow, that's new. It has batteries. So now the batteries that we found inside of the side of the box are for the remote. I thought the remote would be rechargeable, so that was a little surprise. They install nicely in the back by just slipping over the cover or slipping off the cover. We'll slip it back on and we'll go through the rest of the review. So now when we did the initial unboxing, there was here we have a USB-C converter, so this goes from micro USB to USB-C. We've seen these before, but now this is new. This is a little adapter you'll switch out. Your Gear VR currently has a USB-C adapter, so if you want to use this with an S7 Edge or any other micro USB Samsung device, you'd have to switch this out, and then this just replaces the one that's in the unit now. So let's take a look at the Gear VR. This is greatly improved. What I find here is this kind of has like a memory foam type foam inside of it. It's very soft to the touch, and then in the inside you do have a proximity sensor. But comparing this to the previous generation, just this area right here feels very much improved. Now here on the side, what you see is your touch panel. So this is what you're going to use to control it. You have your home button and your back button. In the front here you have your compartment where you're going to put your phone. There isn't really anything on this side, and then you have where you would connect your strap. So you connect strap here, here, and then there's also an area right here that you strap it as well. And this is what you're going to use to adjust the focus of the lenses. So now let's look at installing the first strap. So what you're going to see here is you have this strap that has this kind of hook to it. What we're going to do is we're going to place it this way and then snap it into place, and that's going to hold it just like that. Now the back strap is a pretty simple install. All you do is you just place it with the Velcro attaching side outwards, and you do it on both sides, and then this piece right here that comes from the top actually just attaches to the back. It seems like it's an optional piece. I'd put it on it, you get a little bit more support, but I've seen people use it even without it, so it's up to you which feels more comfortable. So now as we look at the inside, you push this out and the cover that was on here will come off, but then you'll notice that there's an A and a B section. A is going to be for your S8 Plus, B is going to be for your S8 or your smaller phone. So all you do is you just push this in, I'll push it in just like this, and then this will shift forward or back depending on the type of phone that you need. And remember, you can change this piece out right here if you're using a S7 Edge, which is not USB-C. Now the remote itself is a Bluetooth remote, so here you have to move and navigate. It's directional, just like I would say your Fire Stick remote, and you can actually feel it. You do have your home button, you have your plus and minus up and down. It's Bluetooth, and then you have a little trigger here that you can push in, and this is going to give you again some control when you're playing any of those games. It is battery operated. Unfortunately, it's not rechargeable. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention before we talk about the overall usage, my experience with it, is that here you have your USB-C charging area. So you can keep your phone charged while you're using the device. So it does not include a power brick, and it does not include a USB-C cable. You did see that it comes with a USB-C adapter, but you could, using the one that comes with your phone, keep it powered and also watch content at the same time. Alright, so having had the first generation, the second generation, and now the third generation Gear VR, what do I think about it? So first of all, I find that the overall fit and feel is much better than the previous two generations. I wear glasses, and I found that this one was much easier to wear having glasses on. It didn't feel tight on my face, and I thought that it was very comfortable to wear for extended periods of time. So overall fit is very good. The second thing, heat. The previous generations Gear VR had a problem with the phone overheating. Also, it was a huge drain on the phone. So if you were watching some video, it was something that it would just warm up. And I've even seen on YouTube where people started cutting the protector off and then putting little fans in there with a battery so that they could keep their phone cool. After using it for well over an hour, I didn't feel any kind of overheating, and I didn't get any kind of overheating message, which is great. So the heating issue and the power issue, I didn't see it in my uses. Now the third thing has to do with the combination of this remote. And I want to say that the implementation is really good. Literally, when you're using the Gear VR, you actually are seeing almost like if it was a lightsaber, a light coming out from the remote, and it allows you kind of to point on the screen. Very easy to pair, very easy to set up, and the overall usability for gaming just makes this a delight to use. Having it bundled is a really smart thing for Samsung, because if you were just using the control panel that's here on the side for navigation, this one right here, swiping left and right, you would really get bored and wouldn't see the value of it. And let's face it, very few people go out and buy a remote control to do any kind of VR. So that is a great add, and if you didn't get the bundle, I would definitely recommend, if you're going to look at getting the VR, always get the remote. Now the fourth thing, screen protectors. As you saw, a lot of the screen protectors that we've been reviewing have these micro dots on the screen. So I've had questions, well, what's the impact of that type of glass screen protector when it comes to the Gear VR? So a couple things I will tell you is that this has improved clarity and improved visibility, and when you install your Samsung S8 into the VR, it does require you to upgrade or change the setting on your phone to get up to the highest display setting. And when you do that, the actual quality of this device is better than the previous 3 generations, and I would say significant. It's almost like, have you ever walked into a big box retailer, just bought a TV, and you come back the next week and they have a new one there that looks twice as better as yours, and you're like, how can they make it even better? That's how much better this is. So the overall screen quality, the ability to focus, fantastic with this. Surprised on how good it is. And then second, I didn't notice any of the micro dots. So even though I had a tempered glass screen protector, which actually has dust on the sides, which you've seen when I do the videos, none of them were present in the video, and they didn't impair my experience whatsoever. So nice job with this Gear VR, and I think it really is going to change the way people look at VR once again, because the first generation was good, but it kind of felt a little gimmicky. Second, you can definitely feel the improvements, but this is definitely a device to get. Now, what you do with that code that I just showed you is you'll go into the Oculus application, and then you go into the menu, and there's an area where you'll be able to put in that code and redeem the actual free bundle. So this concludes my setup, kind of overall review of the Samsung Gear VR for the S8 and S8 Plus. Again, this is backward compatible to the S7 as well, and also with the adapters and stuff like that, you can go all the way down up to the S6. If you have any comments or questions about this, leave it in the comment area below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.